From a kid running wild through the streets of New Orleans to becoming one of the most iconic names in hip-hop, Lil Wayne's journey is nothing short of legendary. With a net worth exceeding $170 million, he lives a life most people can only dream about. Beachfront mansions, a garage packed with million-dollar supercars, diamond-covered jewelry, and a private jet always ready to go. But Lil Wayne isn't just rich. He's redefined what hip-hop success looks like, turning mixtapes into an empire and setting trends that reshape the game. In this video, we're diving deep into his mind-blowing fortune, luxurious lifestyle, and a music empire that's kept him at the top. Buckle up. This is how a true rap legend lives and thrives. Like the video? Hit that subscribe button for more stories like this. Born Dwayne Michael Carter Jr. on September 27, 1982, in New Orleans, Louisiana, Lil Wayne grew up in a city known for its rich music scene, but also plagued by crime, violence, and drugs. He was raised in Holly Grove, one of the roughest neighborhoods in New Orleans, where gang warfare, drug battles, and stray bullets were an everyday reality. Gunshots ringing out at night, bullets guard walls, and street turf wars weren't stories he heard. They were the life he lived. His family struggled financially, and their tiny home sat right in the heart of the chaos. Some nights, young Wayne had to sleep on the floor, afraid a stray bullet might rip through the walls. Growing up in Holly Grove meant your options were limited. Either get swallowed up by the streets or find a way out through talent. Wayne chose the second path. Wayne's father was completely absent from his life. His parents divorced when he was just 2, and his dad vanished without a trace. That left his mom, Jossa Carter, to raise him on her own, a strong and determined woman. She worked as a cook at a small restaurant, often pulling 12 to 14-hour shifts just to provide for her son. Life was tough, but she did everything she could to protect and support Wayne. Still, with her constantly at work, Wayne had to figure out how to survive on his own. With no father figure around, he turned to music for comfort. At just 8 years old, he started writing rap lyrics. And it didn't take long for him to realize that music wasn't just a hobby. It was his escape, his purpose, his way up and out. Even as a kid, Wayne showed a rare talent for words and rhythm. He didn't just like rap. He was a quick study, especially excelling in literature and poetry. Teachers saw something special in him and placed him in a gifted program for advanced students. By the time he was 8, he'd already written his first rap song. Not only writing the lyrics, but performing them with confidence and rhythm well beyond his years. It wasn't long before he was rapping at school and around the neighborhood, leaving people stunned at the raw talent coming from such a young kid. Still, his path to becoming a rapper wasn't a smooth ride. His mom didn't support his dream. She was terrified hip-hop would suck him into the same dangerous street life she was trying so hard to protect him from. That resistance pushed Wayne into an emotional spiral, leading to a heartbreaking event that almost ended his life. In 1994, at just 12 years old, Lil Wayne made a decision that he'd later describe as the biggest mistake of my life. His mom had put her foot down and forbid him from rapping, convinced it would take him down a dark path. For a kid who saw music as his whole world, being told he couldn't rap anymore felt like everything was being ripped away. Overwhelmed by hopelessness, Wayne decided to take his own life. He grabbed his mother's gun, placed it against his chest, and pulled the trigger. The bullet tore through his body, narrowly missing his heart. He collapsed on the floor, bleeding out, convinced he was about to die. Yet somehow, he managed to call 911. But because Holly Grove was infamous for gun violence, the ambulance took too long to arrive. As Wayne lay there, bleeding and fading fast, a police officer named Robber Uncle Bob here arrived on the scene. Unlike the paramedics, Uncle Bob didn't waste a second. He saw the boy clinging to life and knew that waiting would be a death sentence. Without hesitation, he scooped Wayne into his arms, put him in his squad car, and rushed him straight to the hospital. That split-second decision saved Lil Wayne's life. Without Uncle Bob's courage and quick action, the world may have never known the name Lil Wayne. Nearly dying at age 12, left a permanent mark on Wayne. It became the turning point that shaped everything that followed. From that day forward, his commitment to rap only grew stronger. What had once been a passion had now become the very thing keeping him alive. Lil Wayne's journey into hip-hop. For Wayne, rap was no longer just a fleeting passion. It became his lifeline, his only path to a different future, one where his destiny wasn't chained to the dark walls of the projects. And then, fate stepped in. Wayne crossed paths with one of the most influential figures of his career, Brian Williams, better known as Birdman. Birdman would become the key that unlocked the door to Wayne's professional hip-hop career. In 1994, at just 12 years old, Wayne set a bold goal for himself. Do whatever it takes to get noticed by Cash Money Records, one of the most powerful Southern hip-hop labels at the time. Birdman, the label's co-founder, was a massive figure in the music industry. But Wayne didn't have any connections, no money, and definitely no family support backing him. What he did have was an unshakable belief in his talent and a level of persistence that was nearly impossible to ignore. Wayne started calling Birdman's voicemail, not once or twice, but literally hundreds of times. Every message he left included a freestyle rap. He was convinced that if Birdman ever listened, he'd hear something special. At first, Birdman paid no attention. After all, it was just a 12-year-old kid. But Wayne didn't quit. After leaving message after message, Birdman finally gave in and agreed to meet the persistent kid behind all those calls. From the moment they met, Birdman knew Wayne was different. He wasn't just a kid rapping. He had the delivery, the lyrical wit, and a fire in his voice that sounded like it belonged to a seasoned veteran. His rhymes were smart, his flow was smooth, and his energy felt like it could set a stage on fire. That kind of talent couldn't be taught. Wayne wasn't just gifted, he had that rare hunger. In the unforgiving world of hip-hop, where weakness gets crushed, Birdman knew this kid was going to be something big. Without hesitation, Birdman signed Wayne to Cash Money Records, making him the youngest artist in the label's history. More than a mentor, Birdman became the father figure Wayne never had. From that moment on, Lil Wayne officially stepped into the big leagues, and his career started to gain serious momentum. Even though he had a record deal, Wayne didn't jump straight into a solo career. Instead, he was placed in a rap group called the Hot Boys alongside other rising talents. Juvenile, the most experienced in the crew, BG, a street rap icon from New Orleans, Turk, a young artist full of promise, and of course Lil Wayne, the youngest member but the one with the biggest ambition. At just 15, Lil Wayne and the Hot Boys released their debut album, Get It How You Live, in 1997. While it wasn't a massive commercial hit, the album introduced Wayne to the world of professional rap and gave him the chance to learn from the more seasoned members of the group. But real success came in 1999 when the group dropped their second album, Guerrilla Warfare. It shot straight to #1 on the Billboard Top R&B/hip-hop albums chart and went on to sell over 1 million copies. The Hot Boys were now one of the biggest rap groups in the South. Despite being the youngest in the crew, Wayne stood out the most. His sharp lyrics, smooth delivery, and raw stage presence made it clear he was built for something bigger. Birdman saw that too, and realized it was time for Wayne to step out of the group's shadow and make his own name. In 1999, at just 17 years old, Lil Wayne released his debut solo album, The Block Is Hot. The album blew up, landing at #3 on the Billboard 200 and selling over 1 million copies within the first few months. It was later certified platinum by the RIA, launching Wayne into the spotlight as one of rap's most promising young stars. The title track, The Block Is Hot, became a street anthem, solidifying his reputation as a rising MC to watch. It was a massive accomplishment. A 17-year-old kid from one of New Orleans' toughest neighborhoods had just dropped a platinum album. But not everything was smooth sailing after that. Despite his explosive debut, Wayne struggled to maintain that same level of success. His next 2 albums, Lights Out and 500 Degrees, both released by 2002, didn't have the same impact. While still respected, neither project produced a major hit. Wayne knew that if he didn't evolve, he'd stay stuck as a mid-tier rapper, never becoming the legend he dreamed of being. At that pivotal moment, Wayne made a bold move, one that would forever reshape his career. Instead of relying solely on studio albums, he decided to take over the mixtape game. Back then, Mixtapes were mostly seen as underground promotional tools passed around the streets. But Wayne took that format and turned it into a powerful weapon. Unlike label-controlled albums, mixtapes gave him full creative freedom to experiment with different sounds, spit bars over popular industry beats, and drop music non-stop without waiting on anyone's schedule. Some of his most iconic mixtapes from this era include The Drought, 2003, Dedication, 2005, and most notably, The Drought 3, 2007. That last one was a game changer. The Drought 3 is still considered one of the greatest mixtapes in hip-hop history. It catapulted Wayne to another level, with fans and critics alike starting to call him the best rapper alive, even before he dropped his next official album. By taking full control of his art and flooding the streets with new material, Wayne built a massive and loyal fan base, independent from Cash Money's marketing machine. He completely changed the way rappers connect with their audiences, proving he didn't need a label's backing to reach the top. After years of grinding and cementing his legacy through mixtapes, Lil Wayne was finally ready to take over hip-hop. In 2008, he released The Carter 3, an album that wouldn't just define his career, but would transform modern rap itself. All the hard work, the setbacks, the reinvention, it all led to this one moment. And when The Carter 3 dropped, the world of hip-hop would never be the same again. Lil Wayne's rise to the top was becoming more and more undeniable, and The Carter 3 was the crown jewel of a true hip-hop legend. This was the moment when Lil Wayne didn't just play the game. He took it over, selling over 1 million copies in just the first week alone. It was the kind of achievement most rappers only dream about. But before reaching that legendary milestone, Wayne had already flipped the script on the music industry with a move no rapper had ever pulled off before. He turned mixtapes into a force of nature. Between 2005 and 2008, he dropped a series of unforgettable tapes that transformed what had once been underground material into one of the most powerful marketing tools in the game. Mixtapes like Dedication 2, 2006, The Drought 3, 2007, and The Leak, 2007, didn't just lock in his massive fan base. They shook up the industry and drew major attention from critics and mainstream hip-hop heads alike. On June 10, 2008, The Carter 3 officially dropped, and it blew past every expectation. Over 1 million copies sold in the first week alone. It became the best-selling album of 2008 and was certified platinum almost immediately. But it wasn't just about the numbers. This was a moment that changed the game. The Carter 3 took home 4 Grammy Awards, including Best Rap Album. Tracks like Lollipop, A Milli, and Got Money dominated the charts and proved that Lil Wayne wasn't just big. He was the biggest rapper in the world at the time. More than that, The Carter 3 reshaped the sound and direction of hip-hop, inspiring an entirely new wave of artists. It wasn't just a successful album. It created some of the most iconic tracks in the genre's history. Lollipop, featuring Static Major, became the biggest hit of Wayne's career. It sat at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for weeks, sold over 5 million copies, and became one of the best-selling rap songs ever. But beyond the stats, Lollipop revolutionized the game. Wayne's use of auto-tune on the track helped redefine how rap could sound, paving the way for future stars like Travis Scott, Future, and Lil Uzi Vert. With that song, Wayne didn't just break through. He became a global pop culture icon, known all over the world. Then came A Milli, pure, raw rap. No gimmicks, just a hypnotic, stripped-down beat and Wayne spitting with a relentless, unfiltered flow that felt like a lyrical masterclass. It didn't need a catchy hook or commercial polish. It was a declaration. Lil Wayne was a wordsmith at the highest level. Many critics and fans still consider A Milli one of the greatest rap songs of all time, solidifying Wayne as more than a hit maker. He was an artist in every sense. Teaming up with T-Pain, Wayne dropped Got Money, a high-energy club anthem that became a staple in nightclubs, parties, and pop culture. The track showed how easily Wayne could dominate both hardcore hip-hop and the mainstream at the same time. After The Carter 3, Lil Wayne wasn't just a rapper anymore. He was a global brand. The album went on to sell over 6 million copies in the US alone and won Best Rap Album at the 2009 Grammy Awards. That success launched Wayne to an entirely new tier of influence, placing him above heavyweights like Kanye West, Jay-Z, and even Eminem, cementing him as the most influential rapper on the planet during that era. But Wayne didn't stop at conquering the charts. He took things even further by building a full-blown music empire. He founded Young Money Entertainment, a label that would go on to completely reshape hip-hop. Under his leadership, Young Money became the launch pad for some of the biggest names of the next generation. Among them was Drake, who rose to become the top rapper in the world. Then came Nicki Minaj, the most successful female hip-hop artist of all time, and Tyga, who made his mark with a string of hit records. Wayne's ability to recognize and mentor future superstars proved that his vision extended way beyond his own music. He wasn't just a rapper or a performer. He became a builder, a trailblazer, and one of the most impactful leaders in hip-hop history. A luxury lifestyle. After reaching the pinnacle of success in hip-hop, Lil Wayne became known not just for his incredible rap skills, but also for his famously extravagant lifestyle. With a net worth exceeding $170 million, he owns multi-million-dollar mansions, one of the most elite luxury car collections in the industry, dazzling diamond jewelry, and lives a life without limits. He's never shy about spending, dropping millions on interior design, high-end fashion, throwing all-night parties, or collecting some of the rarest cars on the planet. One of the crown jewels in his financial empire is his real estate portfolio, which includes homes in some of the most elite, private neighborhoods in America. He owns a $16.7 million mansion in Miami Beach, Florida, located on Allison Island, one of the city's most exclusive gated communities. The 10,600 square foot home is ultra-modern, with floor-to-ceiling glass walls, an infinity pool with ocean views, and its own private dock, giving it the feel of a private island retreat. Inside, there's a fully equipped state-of-the-art recording studio, allowing Wayne to make music without ever leaving home. The mansion also features a wine cellar, an outdoor barbecue area, and a massive backyard, the perfect setting for his legendary parties with friends and collaborators. Wayne also owns a $15.4 million mansion in Hidden Hills, California, a celebrity hotspot home to stars like Drake, Kim Kardashian, and The Weeknd. This 12,100 square foot property includes 7 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, a private gym, a home theater, and top-tier security to keep out paparazzi and uninvited guests. It also has a resort-style pool, lush gardens, and a luxury lounge area where Wayne hosts intimate late-night gatherings with industry elites. And these two are just the highlights. He owns multiple other homes across the U.S., solidifying his place as one of hip-hop's wealthiest moguls. Beyond real estate, Lil Wayne is a die-hard car enthusiast, boasting one of the most valuable car collections in the entertainment industry. His garage is packed with high-performance hypercars and ultra-luxury cruisers, a reflection of his passion for both speed and status. One of the fastest and most expensive cars in his collection is the Bugatti Veyron, valued at $1.8 million. Once considered the fastest car in the world, it tops out at 253 miles per hour, 407 kilometers per hour. Owning a Veyron is a statement, and Wayne was among the first rappers in the world to get his hands on one, cementing his place among the elite. Another standout is his $400,000 McLaren 720S, a British supercar known for its futuristic aerodynamic design and butterfly doors. It goes from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.9 seconds, making every street feel like Wayne's personal racetrack. He also owns a $500,000 Lamborghini Aventador, one of the most coveted cars in the rap world thanks to its V12 engine and aggressive styling. Wayne's been spotted pulling up to major events in his Aventador, a loud and clear display of wealth and power. Even with his love for speed, Wayne deeply appreciates refined luxury. His $450,000 Rolls-Royce Phantom Coupe is one of the most elegant cars money can buy, complete with hand-stitched leather interiors, rich wood paneling, and a signature starlight headliner that mimics a starry night sky. It's his go-to ride for red carpet events, radiating class and success. But the true gem of his garage? A $1.9 million Maybach 62 Landaulet, an ultra-rare convertible with hand-sewn leather and a world-class entertainment system, favored by billionaires and royalty alike. With millions sunk into his auto collection, Lil Wayne's garage is easily one of the most jaw-dropping in the music world. His love for luxury extends beyond homes and cars. Wayne has a serious obsession with diamonds. He spent millions on custom pieces that reflect his status in the hip-hop world. His collection includes chains, watches, rings, and diamond grills, each item showcasing his love for flash and flair. One of his most iconic pieces is the $500,000 Young Money chain, made from white gold and encrusted with thousands of diamonds, symbolizing the empire he built. He also owns a $1 million Richard Mille watch, one of the most exclusive timepieces on the planet, covered entirely in diamonds. But his most jaw-dropping accessory is his diamond-studded smile, literally. His permanent diamond grills are worth $150,000. While most rappers opt for removable grills, Wayne had his diamonds set directly into his teeth. Every time he smiles, they sparkle. Speaking about his love for bling, Wayne once said, "I don't just wear diamonds, I live in diamonds." For him, luxury isn't just about owning things. It's about embodying greatness on every level. And the glam doesn't stop there. Lil Wayne is just as well known for his wild party lifestyle. He regularly throws massive parties in Las Vegas, Miami, and LA, where the bar tab alone can run into the hundreds of thousands. To support this jet-set lifestyle, Wayne owns a $40 million Gulfstream G550 private jet, giving him the freedom to fly around the globe without ever stepping foot in a commercial airport. For Wayne, luxury isn't just about spending. It's about living life on his own terms, proving that he truly runs the world of hip-hop. With a net worth of over $170 million, Lil Wayne isn't just living large. He's redefining what success looks like in hip-hop culture. He's not just a rich rapper. He's a self-made mogul who built an empire from scratch. He doesn't just have wealth, he is wealth. A living legend.